They can't find peace after betraying you. Hear this: the books are being opened in the high court of heaven. The judge takes his seat, robed in light, and the gavel that never lies strikes once upon the floor of eternity. Your name echoes through the chambers like a bell that cannot be unheard. Every whisper spoken against you, every counterfeit smile, every hidden contract inked in the dark is summoned into the light and forced to testify. I am sent to announce what they tried to bury. They cannot find peace after betraying you, because peace has a covenant with truth, and they broke that covenant with their own hands. They shared bread with you and planned famine for your soul. They drank your water and salted your wells. They studied your steps, learned your gate codes, stole your phrases, mimicked your handwriting, and thought the heavens were asleep. But the one who numbers your hairs also numbers their schemes. Nothing was missed, not the late-night message, not the fake account created to harvest your trust, not the twisted payment they funneled through a proxy to keep their fingerprints clean. Even the invisible ink they used is visible in the courtroom fire. The Spirit brings out the ledger, times, dates, locations, witnesses. Nothing is lost. Listen carefully. In the night when you could not sleep, angels were already moving. In the hour when your chest tightened and you felt a presence not your own, Archangel Michael drew near, unsheathed his sword, and cut cords you could not see, the cords of control, the leashes of witchcraft words, the webs of social snares, the sticky agreements made over your head while you were busy being faithful. Do you feel it even now? A loosening at the neck, a fresh breath at the base of your lungs, a hush over the panic that once ran the halls of your mind. That is the sound of a verdict preparing to fall. They will say you changed, but truth will say you were restored. They will say you became cold, but wisdom will testify you finally stopped lighting fires for people who preferred the dark. They will accuse you of leaving the table, but heaven will produce the video of them switching the plates, placing poison under the garnish of compliments. We were only joking, they will offer, and the judge will play the soundtrack of their inner motives, captured word for word by the Spirit who overhears everything. Their laughter curdles in the playback. Their agreements crackle like dry paper in a storm. Let it be known, a thief's pillow is filled with wires. Every time they lay down, the alarms under their head rattle. Every dream they try to enter drips with ink from the contracts they forged in secret. Their hands cannot wash the stain, their eyes cannot unsee the eyes that watched them while they thought no one was looking. Betrayal boomerangs. It flies quiet, but it returns loud. It travels smooth, but it lands with nails. They will change beds and still wake up weary. They will change phones and still receive the ringing. They will seek peace and run only into the evidence they created, because peace is not a place, peace is a person, and that person stands with you. I see a table, your table, reset. Silver polished. Plates reappointed. Chairs reassigned. Those who mocked your portion will now watch you eat without their commentary. The napkin of dishonor is taken from your lap, and the linen of favor laid across your knees. See how the candles are relit? Each flame is a redeemed hour, a returned opportunity, a message that was intercepted and finally delivered straight to your hands. What was delayed is not denied, it is arriving with interest, stamped with the seal of restitution. Now the secrets, the one who forwarded your private plans to the group chat, exposed. The one who copied your pitch and sent it as theirs, exposed. The one who called you family in public but wrote you off in private, exposed. The one who sat on your breakthrough email, forgetting to send it, exposed. The relative who placed a word curse on your name, masking it as concern, exposed. Their skin itches with the truth they tried to cover. Their tongue thickens when they try to repeat the lie. They cannot rehearse the old story without choking on the new evidence. For the court has admitted the receipts, and the receipts speak louder than their tears. A hush now. The judge lifts his hand. Order, he says, and even your memories hold their breath. Archangel Michael steps forward, wings like banners, edge of blade singing with holiness. Petition to return the stolen identity, he declares. At once, a chest opens, yours, and out fly labels that never belonged to you, gullible, unworthy, too late, difficult, replaceable. They shrivel midair, refuse to approach the bench. In their place, scrolls inscribed with truer names curl out and settle on your shoulders, anchored, appointed, undeniable, kept. Feel the weight? That is dignity relanding. That is your signature reappearing where another hand tried to forge it. Your accounts, not just financial, but relational, emotional, spiritual, are being audited by heaven. Fees reversed. Interest back paid. Access restored. Do not mistake this season, it is not pettiness, it is precedent. God is not small. He is setting the stage for generations after you. He is writing a case law of deliverance stamped with your testimony. The young will read it and learn what betrayal costs. The cautious will read it and become courageous. The humble will read it and stand a little taller. Your vindication is not revenge. It is curriculum. And the classroom is about to open. I hear doors. Many doors. Some were welded shut by opinions. Some were glued with the paste of your own self-doubt. Some were guarded by hosts who swore you would never pass because their appointment relied on your exclusion. Watch now, keys you never knew were already in your pocket begin to press against your thigh. Keys shaped like forgiveness. Keys shaped like focus. Keys shaped like, no is a holy word. When you lift your hand, the doors will not creak, they will swing. Your entrance will not be apologetic, it will be appropriate. And what of them? The betrayers who cannot find rest are being handed a mirror. Not to gloat over, but to confront. They will be offered repentance, for mercy is still mercy. But until they take it, their beds are thorns. Their arguments, which once fit like gloves, now feel like handcuffs. Their calendars are full, but their hours are empty. They will scroll long past midnight and meet only their echo. They will attempt new alliances and discover that treachery leaves a scent. Doors refuse them, not because you shut them, but because character is a keycard and theirs is demagnetized. Understand, you are not being raised so they can be mocked, you are being raised so truth can be seen. When truth is seen, systems change. When systems change, other betrayals die unborn. Your yes to healing is not private, it's public infrastructure. This is why heaven chose to address it in a courtroom, not a closet. Witnesses are required for decrees this large. So angels are taking minutes. The cloud of witnesses is leaning over the rail. Your ancestors who prayed for you when you were asleep are watching you wake up. Nothing about this is small. There will be a morning, soon, when you will wake with a strange silence around your name. The gossip winds will have shifted. The thunderheads that followed you will have emptied themselves over parched ground you no longer occupy. Do not return to that field. Do not revisit the text thread to see if they still speak of you. Let the silence be a sign that the case has been sealed. A new docket is being drawn with your future on the front page. Projects you postponed will suddenly have room to breathe. Relationships you maintained out of obligation will be released without ceremony. Money withheld will start moving toward you through unexpected paths, as if summoned by a bell only heaven could ring. Approach, says the judge, and you step forward. Your knees do not knock. Your hands do not shake. You have cried your last tears over that betrayal. The clerk reads, by order of this court, the child of covenant is restored. The stain does not stick. The rumor does not run. The delay is redeemed. The mantle is returned. The gavel falls and the floor under your history cracks like ice in spring. Out from the fractures rise the things that were frozen, the book idea with breath in it, the move that kept haunting you, the song that used to visit your throat at sunrise, the boldness you tucked into a drawer labeled later. Take them. They're warm again. Archangel Michael salutes you, not because you are above him, but because you agreed to stand when all you wanted was to sink. He places a seal upon your door, a quiet mark the dark recognizes. You will sleep and not be sifted. You will speak and not be silenced. You will work and not be watched with sabotage. The watchers assigned to wear your patients down are reassigned to lick their wounds. The code they used to enter your space no longer works. The system logs them out with a message written in fire, access revoked. One more thing, and hear it like a trumpet muffled with velvet. choose clean borders. Betrayal thrives in blurred lines. Call what is friend, friend, and what is stranger, stranger. Stop letting temporary applause rent space in your permanent heart. Not every invitation is an honor, some are hunts. Let discernment be your usher, not flattery. Give without bleeding. Love without lying. Protect without paranoia. You will not repeat the era you just survived. The curriculum has been learned. Now step out of the court. The corridor smells like rain on stone. The doors ahead are numbered with promises you remember from your childhood, words that felt too big, dreams that felt too heavy. Pick one. Walk through. When you do, you will feel something leave your shoulder, the last hand that thought it could steer you. It falls away like dust, and you do not look back. Because the music has begun in a room prepared for you, and the only requirement for entry is that you belong to truth. Let the record show, they cannot find peace after betraying you, for peace refuses to live where covenant is mocked. But you, your sleep returns like a gentle army. Your laughter comes home with muddy boots and a grin. Your eyes, once rimmed red, are clear as a new clock. Your steps ring out with rightness. And the path ahead, swept by angels, is not just open, it is yours. Breathe and listen, the wind that once carried rumors is now conscripted to carry reports of your restoration. It moves through offices and living rooms, kitchens and corridors, tugging on blinds and turning forgotten pages. Wherever your name was mishandled, the air itself corrects the record. Those who thought your silence meant defeat will discover it meant strategy. The calm on your face is not emptiness, it is evidence, evidence that the judge has already ruled and you no longer litigate what heaven has settled. There is a reissuing of assignments. Your hands, which shook after the betrayal, are being steadied for precise work. The blueprint you shelved because of their sabotage has been unrolled by angels, the creases are being pressed out with warm palms. Fresh ink appears where doubt had faded the lines. Take the pen. Sign it again. This time the counter-signature is not theirs, it is written by fire, the covenant mark that says, proceed. They cannot block what they did not birth. Your idea does not need their approval, it needed your agreement with truth. Do not be surprised when former gatekeepers become spectators. They will stand on the curb while your convoy passes, startled that favor kept driving after they tried to slash the tires. Let them watch. You owe them no performance, no curated explanation, no tour through the architecture of your healing. You owe God your yes and yourself your gentleness. Everything else is optional. Now, concerning the strange ache you feel when you pass old photos or familiar intersections, heaven is draining the venom out of those memories. The flashbacks will lose their teeth. You will remember without reliving. The scene will play, and you will sit in the theater of your own mind without bracing for impact. This is not forgetting, this is sanctified memory. What once bent you will now brief you. What once triggered you will now teach you. And you will emerge from that classroom with a diploma titled Discernment. Hear the decree about your voice, it returns unshaken. Where you once edited yourself to keep fragile egos comfortable, your words will arrive trimmed of apology and fattened with wisdom. Your no will land like a key in the right lock. Your yes will feel like sunrise to the right people. Those allergic to clarity will sneeze and exit, let them. The room is being cleared for those who prefer truth to theatrics. Archangel Michael moves again, this time to your thresholds. He is chalking a line that darkness cannot cross. The restless dreams that weren't yours are escorted out. The late-night heaviness with no name is evicted. He binds the echo of their projections and nails it to the outer door with a notice stamped, "Return to sender." You will sleep, and your sleep will not be borrowed, it will be owned. You will wake, and your first breath will not negotiate with dread. About resources, the funds that froze as soon as they broke covenant are thawing. Accounts long overdue are reconciling in your favor. A stranger will carry an answer that friends withheld. A closed email thread will reopen with a new subject line and a better offer. The project that never had budget will discover surplus the moment your name returns to the ledger. It isn't coincidence, it is compensation. Heaven pays in stories and in substance. As for the web they spun, watch how it collapses under its own weight. Lies require maintenance. Treachery needs constant electricity. But truth runs on daylight. They will grow tired of feeding the narrative and, in their fatigue, confess with their own contradictions. You do not need to clap at their unraveling. Lift your eyes. Your assignment is forward. Mercy will always offer them a door, but your heart is not that hallway. Keep your borders clean. You will notice new allies arriving quietly, without fanfare, carrying the kind of loyalty that doesn't announce itself. Their presence will feel like a well in a field, unfenced, unpretentious, exactly where you need it. Record their names. Honor the steadiness. Heaven loves to multiply what you honor. Take inventory of your inner room. The chair for self-accusation is empty now. Burn it. The hook where you hung their words, remove it from the wall. The mirror that warped your reflection, replace it with the